everyone, welcome to this stream. My name is Aurélien and we will be talking about Fedora infrastructure applications today. All right, so where was I last week? We were pushing the last changes to Mirror Manager's handling of messages when a host gets disabled. So let's get back to this message. All right, let me share my screen. So in the meantime, hello everyone, welcome, welcome. Let me share the screen. There it is. All right. So we have, isn't this, I could crop this a little bit, or let me zoom in, maybe move the camera a little bit. Yeah. Okay, it's maybe a little too high. Let's handle that. All right. Okay. Okay. So, where were we? Mirror Manager. All right, that's the ticket that we were working on. 246. Let's have a look at it. So, all right. This is the pull request. What? Oof. Yeah, that's just RPM building. Okay, that's normal. It's kind of expected right now that it doesn't work because there's a missing dependency, so you can't build the RPMs because of the missing dependency. We'll get there. Right now, if the only failing tests are the RPMs, then we're fine. All right, I moved the mic a little bit closer. I hope the sound is better. If the sound is not clear or not okay, please tell me. Okay. It means that this change, which touches quite a few files, even though most of them, like a lot of them are just changing the modes, so it's fine. So we're going to merge that. It means that it's going to require a newer version of the messages. And you can see that here. So, yep, let's merge that. Okay, done. And now that, okay, and now we'll deploy that to staging, I think. So how do you do that? Well, in our infrastructure, we have tried to standardize how applications are deployed to staging and production using branches. So the branches that are available right now, I think that's, yeah. The main branch is still called master in Mirror Manager. That's for historic reasons. But if I look at the branches, there's one called staging and there's one called production. See, here and here and here. So what we're going to do is just merge the changes from master into staging. What's the difference? Let's look at the difference. Well, first let's update. Oh yeah, I did that already. So the changes are this new commit that we've just made, some renovate commits about updating dependencies, that's all right, and that's pretty much it. I think I've made a smaller changed. Yeah, I think I made a smaller one that can exclude. Yeah, this one is able to exclude the changes from renovate, so we can see clearer. We have a clearer view of what's actually changing. Add unit test for the crawler connection. Adding unit test is always good. Crawler connectors, add unit test, okay. Consider anti-directory is up to date. Yeah, that's, oh yeah, staging and productions are here already. Okay, so there's just this one, okay. Yeah, okay, so there's just this commit. Let's merge it. Git checkout staging, git merge only fast forward, git push, git checkout dash, which means going back to the previous branch, which would be master. Done. So now we have that. We can check that it's actually deploying to the server. So I'm gonna check that. I'm not sure I can actually do that on the stream. Yeah, we'll do it visually. That's gonna be better. How do you do that visually? Well, that's easy. That's for staging. We're logging into OpenShift visually while using the web UI, I mean. It's taking its time, definitely. Okay, that's Fedora OpenShift in staging. That is requiring my password. There's two-factor authentication, so I have to enter a one-time password. I'm going to do that right now. Done. Logging in right now. And if I look at, where is it? Mirror Manager. I see quite a few things running. Woohoo. Okay, so there's a lot of cron jobs. Some of them are broken. That's normal. Well, this one, for this one, it's normal. I would probably be able to see that we are building. How do I see that? I see cron jobs. I see a job here, cron job. How do I filter out? Right here, deployment config. Let's have a look at the deployment config. There's just this one, the front end. And if I click on it, I should be able to see that there is a build running, right? Or is there? Yes. Yes, right. See right here. Well, you can read that because it's in French, but you should be able to see that the build here, compilation is pretty transparent in English. It sounds like compilation, and it's kind of the same thing. It's basically a build. So there's build 178 that is currently running, and I can look at the build logs, and you see it is running. It is running right now. It is compiling the Rust parts of Mirror Manager. And it's pushing the change. Almost there. Okay. And there's a push. There's the push. Okay, so it's done. So the build is complete. So now if I look at my topology, where's my deployment config? Woohoo. Be quiet. It's right here, front end. Okay, so there's one running. There's one that is currently being created. So the container is creating, running, and the other one is removed. So we have replaced our old version with the new version. That's good. It seems to be working, but let's look at the logs. Yeah, looks correct. Let's connect and see if something happens. Mirror manager.stg, because it was still in staging. Okay, I see something. I see logs here. Things are working. Great. Let's do that for production then. So it's basically the same thing, except I'm checking out production. Well, Was it production? Yeah, I think it was production. Merging stuff, pushing them. All right, so basically the same thing is going to happen to production, and we'll be able to check later on. So right now what happens is that when a host is declared as inactive, there should be a message emitted containing the list of usernames in the message, the admins of the site where the host belongs. And that means that FMN is going to be able to translate that into notifications. So hopefully we have solved this problem. I'm going to mention it. Do I have the... I don't think I have the GitHub action. Yeah, I don't have the GitHub action that labels this as deployed to production, but and production, when a host gets disabled, a Fedora message will be emitted containing in its affected user names list the admins of the site that the host belongs to. As a result, FMN will be able to send notifications to those users. Does it make sense? As a when host gets containing in its affected usernames list the admins of the site the host belongs to. As a result, FMN will send notifications to those users if they have created the default filter, the default rule in FMN. Notification. Is it default really, or do I need to create it? How's it called? Notifications. How is it called already? Let me check. So I'm just going to check that. I hope it's not translated. Hopefully it's not. About me. It's called My Events. Tracking rule in FMN. Yeah, that's more correct. Okay. Good. So I think we're done with this one. Finished. All right. Hey, Linux Return, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Okay, so we just finished this ticket about Mirror Manager. It is now sending, well, we can check that in a few days, I suppose, but it's able to send messages to people when a host is marked inactive. Good. Let's have some tea. Okay, what else? I don't have a ton of time today. I was a little late because I had a doctor appointment before, so started late. And I don't really have extended time after that. So thanks for the red Linux return. So you are raiding my stream with a group of one person. I don't really know how raid works. I've seen people do raids at the end of their streams, but I feel like I should consider doing that later when I can actually raid people with like a decent amount of viewers. And currently that's not really the case. But yeah, thanks. Welcome to those who were following Linux Return before. I hope you're all right, and here we talk about Fedora infrastructure applications, or Fedora infrastructure in general, or Fedora in general. Feel free to ask me any questions, and most of the time I'm pretty sure I won't be able to answer, but I'll tell you, and I'll tell you why, and maybe I can even tell you who you can ask, or where you can ask. So we have a large number of applications. What do we have today? We could do this page about a list of all the topics. It's going to take a while, but we can spread that over multiple streams. It's all right. I think I've flagged something as EasyFix recently, but I don't remember exactly what. I'll have a look. Reuse. Somebody used to be working on that. I don't know what happened. Oh, yes, that's the one in Flask-OIDC. So support token, let's have a look at that. First, let's have a look at this one. Use reuse for the license. That's not assigned to someone, right? But it should be. Did they make a change recently, or is it still broken? Oh, they requested a review from me. Okay. Well, I can have a look at that. It's pretty easy. Well, it should be at least. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can follow what's going on. That's a change to add the reuse flags to Fedora Messaging. Let's review this, okay? Yeah, that's a little bit too bad. That can be here. We can drop that later. That's fine. What's that? Okay, you don't really need to do that. That's actually a little too much. You could use, oh no. Yeah, I mean, you see that you can use that, right? Okay, that's fine. You could actually use a wildcard here. Tests fixtures. Okay. So this will remove all that. Actually, I'm going to write that differently. I'm going to make a review on this entire thing. Okay, so they do that here. They have code owners, that's fine. So, okay, so I should say, okay, code owners, that was before. You no longer need this since you have flagged this file in use.tuml. Okay. Hopefully they didn't change the license needs to go, right? Because it needs to be in the licenses. Yeah, it should be dropped entirely. What's the diff? Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, okay. You can actually delete this file. It's replaced by the one in the licenses directory. Okay. What else? The reuse file. Okay, so same goes for these, all the contents of configs. Okay. So did he change anything about the Pi project? No, that's good. Poetry.log? No, that's good. CodeCove? I don't see any CodeCove. Oh. Oh no. Ah, so much to comment on. Okay. Okay. You don't need this file since you flagged poetry.log in reuse.tuml. I mean, I'm happy to, how should I put this? I'm happy to help review things or to review stuff, and even repeat myself many times as necessary, but I would be unhappy if people were just hacking on things and throwing them out to me for a review before they, without double checking. But I can't know if that's what they did. So I'm going to assume they did their best, but I want people to do their best before they send me stuff for review. Otherwise, it's wasting a lot of my time. Okay. And if they do their best and it takes 50 iteration to get it right, then that's fine. I'm happy. But I want people to try their best before. Not consider that I'm an automatic linter or like a CI bot that you send stuff to and you get back comments. Anyway, you can use a wildcard in the path here as well. Configs. Okay, fair. Security.md, wasn't this in the list here? Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the sort of thing that you'd put. Is it a project configuration? Well, it's somewhat of a project. Yeah, not really. It's kind of a documentation thing, right? Or is it a GitHub thing? Is it a file that GitHub requires? It's not really GPL, right? I mean, it's security. Yeah, that's really, it's more of documentation sort of thing, but that's fine. That's fine. Meh. Oh, CodeCove is here. So CodeCove is here. So it was here. I did see it. Yes. That's config.tuml. Let's leave it. I would like to open this on different tab, or should I do that? .yaml, .yaml, or .yml. Well, file codecove.yml is covered by the comes after. Thank you. You could have .md, no? Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's not. My bad. My bad. My bad. Could you add .md in there? I suppose you could. Meh. Yeah, let's drop that one. My bad. It's not. The wildcard is but dot something .yml. So codecov is excluded. Okay. So, but this one is wrong. You don't need this since you flagged the file in reuse.tml. Okay. I suppose that's correct. I don't see any change, so all good. It's kind of blunt, right? The RST files, they could have like all the documentation. It could be handled in reuse.tml instead of having to flag those at the beginning of files, but I suppose that's all right. That is still valid though. Oh, is it in yeah, okay. So I think it's in reuse now. What that's main.fmf packet installation main.fmf. I think it's in there. Reuse.tml. I think it's at the bottom of this file. Oh no. Yeah. FMF. Yes. Packet slash yes. Okay, good. So I can mention that they need to remove it. It's basically the same thing. Know that you've added it to reuse.tml, you can drop this change. There you go. All right, what else? Test fixtures, this can all be removed, right? These files, the files in this directory have been added to reuse.tml. No need to no need for these changes anymore. Hopefully that's going to, they're going to understand that it applies to all the files in this directory, and I don't need to repeat that for each file. Okay, yes, all this is correct. I guess that's fixed. Okay. Some duplication in between inline changes and use.html and a couple comments about usage of wildcards. Up there you go. That is reviewed. Next. Ah yeah, this one is interesting. Are you familiar with OIDC? So OpenID Connect. It's a pretty common protocol for authentication. It's an extension of OAuth 2, which is the leading protocol for authentication. So they would like to make introspection optional. And I think that's a good point. So how do you do signature-based token validation? I think it's already working, right? I think my JWT library already does signature validation. Okay, that makes sense. It makes sense. Let's have a look. Do I have time? I'm not sure I have time actually. Well, I can start with this if you're happy with this. So Flask-OIDC is the library that we maintain in the Fedora Infra, but it's actually applicable to any sort of Flask application that does OpenID Connect. So let's have a look at it. Okay. Let me open Flask-OIDC. I'll take it. Let's close all those. Develop, okay. Oh, there's a lot of changes to pull. Let's pull them later. Okay, so what's the problem? So what's the problem? Okay, so we have a very long file here because we needed to keep, we wanted to keep compatibility with the previous Flask-OIDC version. So there's a lot of structural changes that would need to be fixed, but anyway, poetry of info. I think it's using an old environment. Yes. Poetry of remove I'm going to remove the environment myself. Poetry of use 3.12. Oh, sorry. Poetry of use 3.13. Yeah, no, 12. Poetry install. Okay, so now I'm going to wait. Poetry of info. Right. Wait. How do I redo that? Flask-OIDC. Definitely not this one. Where is it? This one. How do I restart Pylance? Do you know how to do that? Sorry. Hey, how are you doing? I'm Monospace Mentor. Nice to see you here. So welcome to the people who are following Monospace Mentor here. We are working on a library called Flask-OIDC, which is an OIDC library, OpenID Connect library for Flask. And there was a ticket opened by, oh wait, you can't see it because of the chat. There was a ticket opened by somebody here about changing the library so that it doesn't necessarily do token introspection because the Microsoft provider doesn't implement it. So yeah, I think it's valid, and we can have a look at how we could do that, why we use it right now. We were just talking about Fedora distribution, so it makes sense to join you. Hey, thank you. Yeah, if you have questions about Fedora infrastructure or Fedora infrastructure applications, or even maybe Fedora in general, I might be able to either answer or point you to the right place where you can ask your question. So, yep, feel free to join in and ask questions. Don't let my coding, like my focus on the coding part, prevent you from asking questions. This is a little too big. I can see on the screen that it's taking too much space for you. Okay. So right now we are looking. I can maybe reload it. Can I reload something here? Or reopen? Can I reload the Python virtual machine in there? Maybe Python here can do something. It is definitely Python. How do I change that? Can I reload it? Because I've changed the virtual environment. Maybe I can just reload it like this. Would that work? Meh. Doesn't seem to work. Maybe if I do this, it's going to realize that there should be a reload of the interpreter. That's fine. Okay. I'll just ignore those errors for now. And so what were you talking about before, people from Monospace Mentor? Okay, so there's something about introspection here. We are definitely doing OIDC introspection, and we're doing that. Yeah, that's the introspect token. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's the introspection endpoint. So let's see. You know what we could do? We could just not do introspection if there is no introspection endpoint in the metadata that the provider provides. I was doing my weekly office hour answering questions. Someone asked which distribution I'm using, which has been bluefin for a while. Yep. Yeah, I've tried using the atomic editions, but I'm just playing too much with my system for this, and installing RPMs and removing RPMs and doing a lot of stuff all over the place, that the atomic system was more of a hurdle than something positive for me. But I do have some smaller computers like that act as home theater PCs, for example, you know, that sort of thing, and they're running well, the atomic editions. I think it's Kinoite at the moment, so KDE, but it has run Silverblue before that, and I've tried also alternative desktops, which are cool. Okay. So what happens if I do not have, yeah, if it's not, okay. So what happens if I do, okay, introspect. Okay, that's the function that I'm trying to look at. So I can do introspect token. That's going to fail if there is no introspection endpoint in the metadata. Fine. I should change this runtime error into something else, actually. So what is doing introspect token? It is done here. Well, yes, of course. So I have this introspect token validator here. What is using it? What's doing that? What's using that? Okay, so I have a validator here. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. And that's in the main. Okay, so I register this token validator here, introspect token validator, fine. Right. And I improve it by using the server. Okay. I wonder what the original one was doing. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's just the base. Okay. It's just the signature. Yeah, that's just the interface. Okay. Well, all right. Well, that's definitely gonna fail. Let's pick a different one. Flask-OIDC, Python 3.12. Hopefully it's going to reload things. Ah, there it is. Okay, so it's not correct. Okay, so I have the introspect token validator here. Okay, it does introspect token and it's not implemented. Okay, well. Yep. Okay, cool. I could raise non-implemented error actually, but nah, because that's not on my side. Unsupported by provider, something like this. Anyway, okay, so if the introspection endpoint is not in metadata, then there's this. Okay, I'm gonna ask a question in there. Should be possible indeed. Could you share an example ID metadata from your provider? I think that the signature-based token validation is already implemented, but I'll make sure of that. The introspection, the active, yeah, the introspection validation is bringing additional security in case the token has been revoked server side. Okay, I'm pretty sure that we already validate the JWT signature. I would be very surprised if Authorlib didn't do that, actually. So right now, my validator, yes, self.accept token. Yeah, it's a resource protector. What's that? Okay. Acquire token. Call. How's it called? It's a resource protector. Let's have a look at that. Register token validator. Fine. So there's a list of token validators. And I think there's like a default list of token validation. Authenticate token, etc. I'm pretty sure that it already has it. I'm going to print them, get token validator, and make sure. Okay. Print self.accept token.get token validator. Well, does it take an argument? Yes, token type. What's my token validator? Introspect token validator. It's a okay. Token type is bearer. Okay. So I can bearer. Let's run the unit test to get this output and see if I'm mistaken or not. Oh yeah, of course it's gonna work, so I won't get any output because PyTest usually hides the output. So how do you like Bluefin Monospace Painter? Sorry. Yeah, so there's apparently only one. Sorry. So there's apparently only one validator for a given token type. So indeed, I might be only looking at the introspect token validator. Let's check what happens if I remove the override that I've added to use my introspect token validator instead. And supported token type, okay. Right, so, okay. What sort of validators do I have in Authorlib? Let's have a look at Authorlib, right? Let's have a look at the docs. So I think I am using, what am I using? Resource protector. This comes from auth-lib auth2 RFC 7662. Okay, so is there some sort of I have auth2 here. Okay, I have the grants validation somewhere. There is no validation in this page. Token introspection endpoint. Register introspection endpoint. Okay, yeah, I have a lot of specifications here. Okay, cool. So JSON web signature, is that right? Is that what they were suggesting? Signature validation, okay. So, serialize, deserialize, okay, that's not it. That's the algorithm. JWS. Jose guide. It's a JSON web token actually. Well, what I could do to test it is just take a token that does not have, where the signature is wrong. And see where that takes me. But I would like to make sure I'm using the proper API first. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm using the right. I'm not. So let's look at the introspection one. That's the implementation of the server side. Yeah, that's the one. That's the server side, okay. Because I could, yeah, I could decide to validate using introspection if the server validates is able to do introspection, and if not, use just the signature validation. I think the signature validation is a given. If I go to Jose guide, don't I have this already? Felt like I had this already somewhere in my unit tests. Bad token. The documentation for auth-lib isn't as good as I hope it was. Let's have a look at where I found my my validator. Okay, so it's a token validator. What are the subclasses of token validator right now? It's in auth-lib, resource protector. Okay. I'm gonna grep it. Token validator. Okay, so there's a ton. Good. So there's bearer token validator. Okay. That seems correct. Like this. This sounds good. Ah, authenticate token not implemented. Okay. Yeah, that's just a basic token validator. Let's have a look at the bear one. JWT bear validator. So there is some introspection here, but that's not the one I'm using, I think. And then I'll have a look at this one. So introspection endpoint. Okay. Okay. Ah, no, that seems correct. What's that? JWKS. Return the JW key that will be used to check the JWT access token signature. Oh, that's interesting. So has somebody implemented the JWT bearer token validator? Because it seems to have a not implemented part. I wonder if that's what they mean by the JWT access token. I'm gonna ask it in the ticket. Interesting. I'm happy to implement that if that's useful. Okay. Entra ID. Signature verification. about the JWT. This $90.68. Okay, so Microsoft Entra, JWT signature validation. Let's have a look. Are they talking about something here? Oh, well, I'm pretty sure that I already do that. The JWT library that we use is already doing that. So I think we're good then. I just need to make that optional. So, all right. So if it's not supported by the, so if it's not supported, let's just say that if, sorry, let's just say that in there, that's my token validator, right? If the introspection endpoint is not in the metadata, I should not raise a runtime error. Instead, I should, I suppose, just do nothing. That said, am I using the result of this function? Oopsie. Like, am I using this result? Yes, of course. I am not. I don't think I am, right? I'm calling actually I'm only calling this function because it's here. Authenticate token. Return it, right? Am I using authenticate token here? I am not. Okay, so I think we're fine if this doesn't return, if this returns none, for example. We can test it. It's all right. Okay. Well, I have asked my questions. I don't think I can go any further before they answer me. I mean, we'll need an example of the OIDC configuration. Are they providing it? Oh, okay, cool. Do they give us an example? Okay, I suppose I can use common as a tenant. Oh, sample request. Cool. Sample response. Ah, perfect. Okay, so they do not have token token introspection. Oh, yeah, that's short. Try it. Yes, please. Ah, yeah, that's a little more complex. Okay. Okay. They don't advertise introspection. Fine. That means that I can accept the absence of introspection endpoint. Let's just say that instead of raising a runtime error, I could just return none and log something maybe. Okay. And instead of a runtime error, that could be a log. Is this going to break all my unit tests? I don't know, but we can see. I should add Python 3.12 in there. Python 3.13 might be a little too recent, but Python 3.12 is definitely working with this. Oh yes, of course, I still have my debug stuff here. Sorry about that, let's try again. And it fails. Did not time class returner. Okay, good. Test introspection unsupported. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want. Test Flask-OIDC 340, 364. Okay, I remove the introspection endpoint. Okay, and I must get. That shouldn't be a need token. It should be acceptable. Should get something in the logs though. Cap log, right. Dot at level logging.debug. Oh, I don't have the logging. Let's get back to this. Definitely not that. Introspection spotted. Was that it? Oh, looks like it. It's it. Okay. It's actually supposed to be at 200. Let's check that this works. Oh, it's 4 or 1. Okay. Well, how do I allow this? Wait. Accept token. Dummy dash token. Okay. Why doesn't it work? Nice. Nice. Actually, access token provided is expired, revoked, malformed, or invalid for other reasons. So it doesn't accept me returning none, or should it return something? Maybe that's the problem with the signature. I shouldn't return none. Good. So it doesn't accept my token. Why does it not accept my token? What happens if I return true? Ah, so that happens here. If not token or not token active. Okay, so it's invalidate token. Where's that? Ah, yeah. That's where I'm mistaken. Right. I'm calling validate token here. So I want to get the response of an introspection token value I want to get this response here. Yes. Okay. Let's just do things differently then. In here, let's just not do this. Let's go back. Let's go back to this. But let's only register the token validator if where am I getting the metadata? Load server metadata. Okay, that's where. Okay. So that means that when I'm initting my app, okay, I have my auth app here. I have registered it. I'm going to be doing self.auth.load server metadata. If the introspection endpoint is not in the metadata, well, if it is actually, this. Self.accept blah 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 blah. All right. Well, not too bad. Not too bad. So in my tests, well, I have, I guess, I can do that, unfortunately, because this has been already set in that case. I should use make test app. What's OIDC overrides? Okay, OIDC overrides. What's that? Oh, I've totally forgotten about this application. Whew. Okay. So I'm creating my application. Wait, what? Create app. What's app? Okay. What's app? From .import app. Okay. .create app. Okay. So it does take. Where's my app? Okay. OIDC overrides. Okay. What does it do? Init app with OIDC overrides. All right. So that's an argument that I can give to my init app function. Is just prefix equal none? That's not great. Okay, I suppose. Well, in this situation, yeah. In that case, how do I do this? I have the OIDC server metadata scoped in the session. Yeah. So I have already this. I should just change this actually. Meh. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. That should work. Now I can use make test app in here. And I'll have the client here. It's not great, but I suppose that's gonna do it. It's way too late. So make test app, and I have here, I can do OIDC server metadata override. Because make test app is actually returning to me this. Oh yeah, that won't work. That won't work. So it's not override. So it's override equal none. And here I have or. So I'm replacing entirely this thing. I'm replacing it entirely. Otherwise that won't work. No, are you kidding me? No. It's from here. No. Okay. I'm gonna call that server metadata and server metadata. There, you're happy? Are you happier? All right. Now, override equal metadata without introspection. Okay, I'm making that, creating the client. I don't need this. I getting things from the client, that's fine. Okay, so now this should work. It should not ask. Load server metadata. What's wrong? Oh, yes. It's auth.oidc. Sorry. Try again. So it's still making this call. It's making this call. Why has it not been mocked at that point? Because make test app, make test app should mock it, right? I'm calling it. Huh. Wait, what? Make test app is called, okay. Print server metadata. And this. Sorry, I'm just printing things out of the blue, which are not necessarily exactly what I'm going to need, but I'm gonna just exploring stuff. Wait, what? Oh, it's too early, maybe. Yeah, it isn't set yet. Okay, so what's going on? Maybe that's because it's happening too soon. On requests. Nah. Yes. Yes. It's not ready yet. Okay. I suspect, yes, that's right, it's wrong. Okay. Yeah, it's creating the app here, while I should have set that up before. Do I need test app here? I do not need test app here. I need to move that down here because it's going to require this mocked response to be set before I can go any further. Of course, that makes sense. Ah, much better. Unsupported token type. Okay. Okay. So that means that it doesn't know right. Okay, so that means that we are calling the validator. So where am I calling that? So token validation, accept token. Okay. So I need, okay, so I have a resource protector here. I do need the resource protector to have something. Okay. So I need to have the resource protector, register token validator. Let's see if what they advise me to do. What does Auth-lib advise me to do? Register token validator. Yeah, I can't really finish that now. Okay, so I have the resource server implementation, and they have, yeah, it's basically token validator. Okay. What I could do, I have a very simple token validator that just checks that it's valid. Yeah. I could do something that very basic like this. I think we can use just a basic token validation. We can use the very simple JWT, well, not this one, the very simple, that's the introspect. Maybe this one. Oh yeah, just this one, JWT Bearer Token Validator. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna use this one. So what's that? RFC 7523. Import JWT Bearer Token Validator. Okay. Oh, public key. Okay. Good point. Good point. JWKS, is that the thing? Yes. JWKS, that's interesting. So what do you support here? There's a keys here. Right. No, I don't want all that. RSA SIG, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to deal with this. Oh gosh, I'll have to deal with this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, that's the one. Yeah, okay. It's 1968. It's okay. So it is this one. So it is this one. I don't like it so much, but let's do this. 1968. Oh, no, no. Actually, so elif ks keys, is that it? JWKS URI, right in metadata. Then we're going to use this one, and this takes resource server. Yeah, that's gonna take a lot of more time than I thought. Oopsie, no. Because this one, okay. Get the W key, yes. Yep. Yeah, that's bad. Okay, so I need an issuer, I need the resource server. Or dynamically downloaded. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, yep, that's the one. Yep, that's what I need to implement. So ideally I will need to cache them. Okay, that's more work. Okay, that's definitely more work. And else, well, runtime error, maybe? Yeah. So how do I know what the issuer is? Well, the issuer is pretty much the same as what we have here, right? Issuer is going to be, if I look at the Microsoft configuration, that's going to be here. And then there's resource server. I don't know what that's used for. Yeah, I don't know what that's used for. No, I need the 9. Yeah, this one. 9068. That's the one. Okay, so I need to know what I'm going to have in the audience. Oh, that's bad. And the JKS, okay. Okay, that's definitely some more work than I thought it would be. Yeah, I'll have a look at that later. I don't really have the time for now, so I'm gonna stop here. Thanks for following this so far, and yeah, thanks for following so far. I hope that you have kind of liked me, enjoyed hearing or looking at my ramblings around the code, and I maybe I'll see you next week. We'll see. I'm streaming it Friday around 14 UTC, but that might change depending on my schedule. You'll see. You can get notifications about it using Twitch, of course, but also using looking at my Mastodon account, which is on pi.fr, and also on the Fedora discussion forum and on the Fedora Matrix channels. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, goodbye, people.